Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole bringing you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on what time you are watching this live. Hello, crew. Hope all is well. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. This is my review on Love During Lockup. Season 5, episode 52, Indecent Proposal. Hey, Yuli. Hey, Teef. Hey, Hattori. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Pamela. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Adrian. If I had to rate this episode, I'm giving it a D minus. Hell, F plus. This episode was boring, y'all. It was hard for me to keep watching it. I fell asleep and then I had to watch it again. And then I wasn't holding the information in because I just didn't care. I didn't care. How many of you guys felt the same way? Or maybe you disagree and you thought it was a great episode, but I thought it was boring. Okay, so D minus. Might as well give it an F, right? If you're gonna say D minus, but I'll give it a D minus. Hey, Miss T, please let me know what you guys rate this episode. But I was bored. But of course, I am dedicated. And of course, our lives are always an A. So I was like, you know what? Let me just get this over with, speak to my crew. We can have our laughs, and hopefully, next episode is better. Because right now, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Okay, so some of you guys felt like it was better. Okay, so you fell asleep 2 times, Pam. Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay, C plus. That's better than a D minus. Pamela says D, Miss T, C. Hey, Joseph. Hey, Brenda. Okay, C. So some of you guys, okay. All right. So, hey, maybe. Because I was like, what the hell is going on here? But have we really ever had like a love during lockup? Again, some of you guys have definitely seen like all the love during lockups. I have not. Do you feel like there's ever been a great love during lockup? Y'all let me know. C, hey, and D for dull. Right, exactly. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Hey, Shayla, girl, D plus. Okay, so I'm not the only one. I was just like, ugh, it was just lackluster. I was like, what the hell is going on here? But this is the best season of love. Really? You think so? Oh no. Oh no. The last one, well, you know what? The last one that we reviewed, was it better or worse? I feel like that one was boring too. I feel like that was very boring too. Okay, the older seasons were the best. Okay, has been following this show since the beginning, so he is the king of this. He will know which Love During Lockups were better. But I'm just like the last one. I think was also boring too. Always filler. Got it. Got he said now, Miss T. You like this one so far? Okay. So Liz, okay, B minus. Okay, all right. So hey, maybe it's just some of us. It's been better yet. I've been watching since the first Love During Lockup. Okay. You feel like it lost its magic. Okay, well let's get to the review. And we're gonna start with this new damn couple. Isn't it interesting that the girl with the green and blonde hair, Renika, and now this girl name is Jamaica? Are we sure they not related? Have they found the hustle of getting relatives on the Love After Lockup franchise? What are the odds that this girl likes to wig it down also? It's real thin. Renika, Jamaica, I mean, I guess. But let's talk about Jamaica and Donny, okay? Miss Thing is from Texas, and just 2 weeks ago, she decided to move to Ohio to be closer to Donnie so she can visit him more, okay? And keep in mind, child, this picture, I don't even know what to say when it comes to this picture, but again, this is why I call it subtle crazy, because we're seeing little hints of the crazy coming out in all of them. And I just want to know if we're going to see full blown crazy or we're just going to get subtle moments of crazy. But this one right here, she got twin boys, King and Legend, straight cuties, identical twin boys. Y'all know how I feel, and we all feel about when kids are involved in this stuff. She left Texas, moved to Ohio. She has no family there, no one there. She is just strictly there for Donny, okay? But with that being said, let her tell it. He is helping her pay for her life and her kids' life. He apparently made sure that he paid for her move from Texas to Ohio. And I guess he's taking care of the bills. Apparently, he owns a house. And while he's in prison, someone is in there paying rent, and he gets the rent through Cash App. And then he takes care of Jakeema and her boys. That's what she's saying. Okay? That's what she's saying. Now, we of course know that eventually people get caught up in lies sometimes, but that's what she's saying. That's the story that they are going with. Hey, Tracy. So, with that being said, she's been lying to her family too. She hasn't been willing to tell them that this man is in prison. Now, if you have to lie to your family about where your man is, maybe you shouldn't be with him. So much so, she lied to her own daddy. We see literally a clip of her lying to her father on FaceTime because she was like, I ain't spoke to Donnie in like 1 or 2 days. And he said, what, is he in the military? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, where he stationed at? And she was like, Hawaii. Baby girl, if you gonna go with the narrative that you ain't spoke to him in a couple of days, I would say your best bet is not to say that he's stationed in Hawaii in the 50 states. Because more than likely you're gonna be able to speak to him on a consistent basis. You need to, if you're gonna lie good. Say he in the Middle East somewhere. Say he overseas somewhere, but not no damn Hawaii. Like, but if you're gonna lie to your daddy, make sure that it's a good lie, okay? So at that point, I was just like, okay, this is definitely going downhill when you got to lie to your own freaking father. And she said, well, he kind of just said that, and she just went along with it. But she decides that she's about to tell her sons finally that he is in prison. She's been telling them that he has been working on a boat. And so at this point, hey, tea time. Yeah, I guess, honey. I guess. I ain't never heard of that in my life, but I guess. Apparently through Cash App. I guess. Hey, T Pretty. Hey, Deborah. So literally, she tells the boy, she said, where do you think Donnie at his house? She was like, no, he's in prison. And they're like, no, we don't like that. People get into fights in prison. They lose their lives in prison. And they want to know why he in prison. And she was like, I'm gonna have to tell you later. You ain't about to hear this right now. Okay. So at that point, the next time we see this child, she going to a freaking beauty salon trying to try on these thirsty, dry ass, trifling ass wigs. Every freaking wig she had on was a hell no for me. Okay. But she trying on these trifling wigs. He calls her and says, guess what? I got in trouble. He might have to go to the hole. So that means he may not be able to have visits. She can't go and visit him. So she's like, so you mean to tell me I done moved all the way out here and now I possibly can't come visit you? And he was like, I'm just letting you know this is what the situation is. I don't know yet. I'm just letting you know. I'm so pissed off right now. I can't even get mad. I'm so pissed. Ooh. Oh, thank God. Only 1 more minute left before the phone hang up. And he's like, I don't want a woman who's going to be getting mad at me. Good luck. You find me a woman that ain't gonna get mad at you. If you want a woman that's not gonna get mad at you at least one time in your relationship, you want to build a hoe, you want a robot, you want a mannequin. You don't want an actual woman. So with that being said, she's upset, pissed off. Now, mind you, unless he gonna be in the hole for a whole damn year or something, I don't necessarily know what the big deal is. At this point, I'm kind of skeptical at this point if this is a real damn storyline. This is kind of giving me vibes of other storylines where I'm just like, I'm gonna have to check this and see if this is legit or if it's not legit. So with that being said, we'll have to see what good old Jameeka brings. Jameeka, Renika, I may mix up the names, but to me, this is just so similar. And to me, they almost look like they look similar too. I'm gonna have to do a comparison video with Jameeka and Renika. I don't put it past Love During Lockup, the whole production company at this point, to start hiring relatives who know the game on how to act when it comes to production. Let me see what y'all saying. Party City going out of business. Yeah, exactly. Party City, here I come. He got another woman. Child, isn't that always a story? Why was the lace over her damn? Look, that dry ass wig. Let the synthetic wigs go. That's what I'm talking about. In the shop, I said Powerpuff Girls were. I was just like, what is going on here? Like, them wigs look like they will straight give you hives and fleas. I just know. Absolutely not. I want Donnie to get his waves back. How she keeping up with them lies, right? Hey, how do you yeah, hey, you can do your taxes and invest in crypto now. Women with children should proceed with caution when involving a convict into their life. We say that all the time, but we constantly see them on this show, don't we? Don't we? It's sad. She is a horrible liar. Even the kids can read her. What's up, T Pretty? When she told her dad he was military, I said, child, like seriously, and then gonna say Hawaii. I'm like, you do realize that people can call people in Hawaii all the time. Like, he got service in Hawaii. Like, why, if you gonna lie good. Shoot, lie saying he overseas right now. You know what I'm saying? There's so much stuff going overseas right now. That would be believable. I hope he don't play her. Look, talking about he stay exactly. I said this girl, she can't even get it straight. She can't even. I wouldn't be able to just lie like that. That just shows you she's bothered by the fact that he's in prison. But let her tell it. He pursued her, even though she was on this app. He pursued her, and she was like, "What is a man about to do for me in prison?" So whatever. But she done dated a prison boo before. Her twins her baby father, he was in prison when she was pregnant with them. And when she was sending him money, instead of him using it for things that he needed, he was sitting up there using it to get tattoos. And she just thought it was just so disrespectful because she could be using that money to get diapers for the twins. It was so disrespectful for you to allow and give that money to him, knowing you had to take care of them boys and he wasn't taking care of them. So you can get mad at him, but you should be getting mad at yourself. So apparently, I guess after that, she was done with him. I guess that was the reason why, or maybe he was really done with her and he didn't want them kids, sadly. But we know that there's trifling guys out there who are like that. So with that being said, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what this one what this like this whole situation, this whole story. I know one thing though, if I see a car with a trash bag window again, I know what's up. I know what's up. If she have a trash bag window, a hefty window like Renika, we know what's up. When is he even supposed to get out? He said next year, if not 2027. That's what he claims. I caught on that dude saying that they get thrown into the hole to keep them from visiting. So the other chick, put it out there, tea time. Put it out there. Put it out there, tea time. I hope the cashier got a sale that she was working. She probably went in there to promote that place that got some free wigs in the process. She ain't new to this. Yeah, exactly. She true to it. Why get on a prison app if you don't want a man in prison? She makes no sense with them. I would have been pissed too. Tattoos. Yeah, you should have been sending him money anyways. To me, when he already is not contributing to the actual kids and he's in prison, no money will be sent to him. And then diapers are already expensive. And you got 2 kids? Please. Hey, Alicia. So, yeah, we'll have to see. Let's move on. Now, this girl, Savannah, child. Savannah is on her way to a doctor's appointment with her mom to see a plastic surgeon. And she's still talking about she's still upset with how what her mom said and how her mom treated Bradley. Girl, get the hell over it. You are a former addict. At the end of the damn day, she is concerned. Get over it. But she goes to a plastic surgeon because she wants to get her body done, specifically a BBL. She claims Bradley is going to pay for it, okay? Because he likes bigger asses and he wants her to have a bigger ass. Bad sign number 4080. Okay. Bad sign number 4080. If he can't accept you for the way you look now, and he's talking about he wants you to have a bigger ass, mind you, this man is in prison. Yeah, bad sign. But she's a bad sign too, because Savannah got gastric bypass when she was 21 years old. And she said she lost a lot of weight, but it did not change her insecurities inside. And my whole thing is this: you just got to sober status 2 years ago. She says she's been sober for 2 years. I would say your priority should be your sobriety, then a BBL. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I would say get the mental right and get everything else right so you don't go backwards and go down that rabbit hole of substance abuse before you worry about a BBL. But maybe common sense is not too common, or maybe I'm speaking a foreign language because, sometimes I do feel like I'm in a twilight zone. But yeah, so with that, they tell her what they can do and they give her the price, and it's like $20,000. Okay. And so at that point, she says he said he's going to pay for it and he better pay for it or she will be in jail for poking him. Crazy, deranged. And that's the face she gives when she says that. See, this picture that I'm actually showing is the actual face she gave when she said she will be in prison for poking him. Yeah. So who's really the dangerous one and the one that needs to be careful in this relationship? Not sure if it's Bradley right now. So at that point, she ends up going into this back room. That's this hidden room in her plantation house. I don't know, y'all. I feel like that old room is something that's been around since that house was built, and it really makes me wonder what the hell went on in that freaking room. But anyways, with that being said, she speaks to him, and he's like, okay, so what's the number for the surgery? And she was like, $20,000. And he was like, hell no, I'm not paying that shit. I'm not paying. She was like, but you said you're going to pay for it. Like, what's your social security number and all of this stuff? He said, hell no. This is why I was telling you, you need to go to the gym more. This is why you need to go to the gym. So then all of a sudden in his little confessional, he's like, she comes from money. So I don't understand why her family can't pay for it because they're too busy paying for her rehab. That's why. They're too busy paying for her sobriety. Like they're too busy taking care of that part. I have a feeling like at the end of the day, ma'am, if you want it that badly, you live at home and something tells me you live at home rent free. You can sit up there and get you a job that is going to help. Oh, I'm sorry. She has a job. She works at a golf course. I'm going to assume that you do make at least about $800, I would hope, per month from that job. Pay for your own shit. Pay for it. Like, seriously, part of her rehab, I'm assuming, is her mom and her grandmother helping her stay at that house rent free. But I don't care how much freaking BBLs, tummy tucks and stuff you get. You got a lot of internal work you have to do. Listen to TLC Unpretty, honey, because that represents her all day long. All day long. She comes off that way, honey. I swear that house had to be owned by a slave master. I just know it. I got a gut feeling, but it's my opinion. I have a gut feeling that she related to them slave masters. I have a feeling that house has been literally handed down from generations to generations. That's my gut feeling. And they probably got their money off of the backs of slaves. I don't know that to be true. That is my opinion. That is a big allegedly. But typically those type of houses and those type of, situations down south, and apparently she comes from money, that is generational wealth, going down from generation to generation. But my opinion, don't know it to be factual or not. She's going to have to take pain pills after the BBL. Right, right, like seriously. And thank you for doing a space on that tea time so it doesn't show up. I appreciate that. She can finance it. She sure can. She sure can. She sure can, but yeah, she need to focus on other stuff than dang on BBL. But mainly she needs to go to outpatient therapy and then meet us and then get a sponsor. Leave that man right. Right. She was stunning on them with them furs though. Who? What furs? What furs? Savannah never looks happy. She don't. She's not happy with herself. She's not happy with herself. That house gives 1800s built. For sure. That house gives that home was built when slavery was around. It is what it is. It gives those vibes. And I would like to see if we gonna see her be around black people on this show. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Richmond, Virginia has plenty of black people. I don't know. I don't know. You ain't seen them furs in her walk-in closet. No. That's how boring this damn episode was. I wasn't even paying attention like that. Was that a moment that I possibly fell asleep? So Savannah got furs in her closet. She could take them damn furs, sit up there and sell them bitches and get her BBL if it's that serious. If it's that serious. I sure as hell didn't see them furs in the closet. You think they was real furs or were they faux furs? Were they fraud furs? But yeah, so with that being said, we're going to see how that one goes. So let's keep moving. Next. Kate and Hunter. Child, the true definition of Pandora's box. So, when she walked through the doors to the theater room, yeah, when she walked to, you saying when she walked to the doors in the theater room, there was a furs there. I didn't see no furs. But then again, I'm just saying that I feel like that hidden room has been there since that freaking home was built, and I feel like something crazy possibly went on in that damn room. But with that being said, yeah, child. We see this girl pop up on the screen and she's cooking, right? And she literally scares the hell out of me because she's sitting up there talking about how she is cooking for Hunter. And even though he's not physically here, she is going to cook for him. And she's like, he's a fat boy. I'm going to give him a bigger bowl. Okay. Knowing damn well she about to eat both of them damn bowls. I was just like, girl, you are talking like you're insane. Oh, he's a fat boy. I'm going to have to give him more food. Place the damn food, plates 2 bowls, 2 cups, like he's there. Help me understand, okay? And she thought she was cooking up a storm. She was eating that damn food. She was eating it, of course, while she was cooking it. And she thought she was grubbing it. She was getting down, honey. And at that point, she gets a call. Nice to see curly hairstyles. Now, I do appreciate that. The curly hairstyles. I do not appreciate that we see her in the beginning cooking as if he's there. Okay? That was weird as shit, y'all. Y'all got to give it to me on that. That was weird as shit. And she gets a call from Hunter. And she says, I rearranged my schedule so I can make pot roast for you. What? I rearranged my schedule so I can make you lunch and make pot roast for you. Excuse me? And he said, oh, yeah, you did. Well, let's spice it up. Go get the bzzz. Go get the bzzz. And she's like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, let me go into the room. Let me go into the room. And her nasty ass goes into the room. I didn't even want to take a damn picture of that part. I was so disgusted. Even the cat looked disgusted. She has a damn cat. And she goes in there and they have Freaky Tales by phone. And I almost wanted to throw up. And I was just like, okay, so I'm going to assume this was the phone call, maybe that he was talking about that got him in trouble. This is the one that he told Kate about. Maybe, I don't know. Because he sounded like he was loud on his end too. So someone had to hear him, okay? So literally at that point, he was like, he wants to marry her. And she's like, you want to marry me? He was like, hell yeah, I want to marry you. Mind you, both of these women live in Phoenix. Okay. Apparently, they're only like 10 minutes away from each other. So we see now this pop up. So now they're going to keep showing this Kate, Hunter, and Kaylee or Kylie. I think it's Kaylee. How he doesn't mess up their names, I don't know. Because I would be like Kate, Kaylee, Kate. I would be calling them all different types of names, especially with Hunter. He claimed he almost had 40 in rotation at one point. He ain't slipped up yet. So yeah, I think it was a fake scene, Liz. I really do. And at this point, I'm really kind of curious to know if this is a fake storyline. Because this girl, I'm just like, but then again, she's 27 years old. She says that this is the best relationship that she's been in. And I'm like, oh my damn, this is the best relationship that you've been in. Mind you, this girl is beautiful. She's not an ugly girl. She's a beautiful girl, a gorgeous girl. I would like to know her backstory though, because we do see a picture of her when she was in high school. And you know what I'm saying? She was on a smaller side. And now, and again, life happens, metabolism, things can happen, but it doesn't seem like she's been a big girl her whole life. This is a situation where this girl used to be small and she just definitely within the 10 years of her, I guess, graduating from high school, she is totally a whole different person. I need details. On possibly what happened to her. And for her to say this is the best relationship she's been in, baby, I need a backstory. ASAP. All right. So Hunter pretty much told Kate that he understands the rules of no physical visits. But clearly he said he's seen Kaylee. She has come to visit him in the prison. And he said at first it was just for money, but turns out she's a really cool chick. You're still in it for the money, sir. Let's not act like you're not. You're still in it for the money, okay? And so at that point, she says she knows that he loves her because of this look in his eyes. Like she just knows it was this certain look, and she knows that she feels that Hunter loves her. And I'm like, girl, that's a look of greed. That's a look of greed. He look at every freaking female like that. He's hustling you. He's playing your ass. That's just what it is. But here's the thing. He playing all of y'all, including Kate. Okay? Including Kate. So even her own freaking friend, now mind you, she got a tattoo with his initials on it saying he has the keys to her heart. I don't look at her tattoos as a big deal, considering the fact that she's tatted up all over. Okay, so what, you got a tattoo, you could easily get that covered up. I don't necessarily look at that as, damn, like you're really serious about him. I feel like she's that type of girl, just one day when she feels like it, she just goes and get tattoos. So to me, I'm like, girl, and I barely saw the initials in there. At first I said, where the hell is the damn initials? I had to do a close up. I said, oh, that HB, that's his initials. She could easily get that inked over. That ain't a big deal in my opinion. But child, She's a hairdresser and she specializes in curly hair because growing up, she is a biracial girl. She has a white mother, and she pretty much, her mother told her she's gonna have to embrace her curls. Maybe her mom didn't really know how to do her hair, so she had to learn how to do her hair. So she specializes in curly hair. Very good, especially probably in Phoenix, especially because I hear that there's a great migration of more, you know what I'm saying, black people, more ethnic, more diversity people going out there that probably need a natural hairstylist. So kudos to that. Hopefully she making a lot of money. But she talked to her freaking fellow hairstylist friend about this guy, and she's like, yes, he's gonna be my husband. And he even looking at her like, this bitch is crazy. And as much as he was trying to still kind of play it off like, no, I'm happy for you, she was like, it doesn't look like you're happy for me, because he's not. He thinks you're a damn fool. He thinks you're a damn fool. That's why. Okay. So literally, I'm just looking at this girl like, she's delusional. She's kind of young. She claims this is her only real healthy relationship. Mind you, mind you, she's saying this is the only really healthy relationship she's been in, and this man is in prison. That is a scary situation. Oh, you live here, Alicia? Okay, oh, you live here. Live in Arizona. I wish I lived in freaking Arizona, because it's cheap as hell to live there versus California. Okay, so yeah. So do you know who this girl is? Like, is she really a hairstylist specializing in curly hair? Because I feel like a lot of people probably either wear their hair curly or they perm it up. I almost thought it was her. Yes, Bookie, that girl Emily. He's like, seriously, he looked at her like she was crazy. Like she was freaking crazy. And so she's saying, look, he's my forever. We're in love. So Kate, she ain't feeling good about this Pandora's box that she opened. Okay. So she speaks to him, and like a dumbass, she's like, yeah, I think it's time for you to break up with these girls. And he's like, okay. And then he was like, well, one of them got my name tattooed on her, my initials tattooed on her. And she was like, I just don't understand why they're so attached to you. Kate, you know the hell why they're attached to him. You just don't want to admit it. He is clearly giving them all the things, all the bells and whistles. He's doing all of that to make that money. He is not keeping his distance. He is leading them on. Stop acting stupid. And guess what? He don't have no skills getting out of prison. He's probably still going to continue to talk to these women no matter how much you think he's not. So at this point, she said, well, these women are causing you to have your date pushed back. And I feel like you need to just get rid of them. I wouldn't be shocked if Hunter wouldn't mind staying in jail for another 6 months to a year just so he can make money off of these girls and save more money. I would not put it past him. He doesn't seem like he is miserable in prison. Like, he's smiling and he thinks this shit is cute. I don't think he necessarily looks at prison as a hellhole. I want to say he's possibly living it up in there. I mean, when you really think about it, it's rent free. He has no real responsibilities, and he's getting money. He's getting expensive shoes. He may actually enjoy the life. Probably got an iPad and everything else. You said, I'm not sure. Okay, the water activates the curls. I just want to see a black person in her chair to see if she can manage some curls. Yeah, manage some curls. That's 4C. Yeah, because it's definitely a different texture. Like, if I would like to see if you can manage curls of all textures. Like, can you handle 4C curly hair? Right. Kate can only be mad at herself at this point. Exactly. It is hair. Get curly. I missed it. It is hair. Get curly. Wait. Huh? Oh, okay. You talking to Teeth. Hunter probably talked these ladies into doing a show. Look, he seems like he's very skillful. And he about to have both of them. Mind you, though, they in the same city. This would be quite interesting. I don't know when he's going to get out. Okay. Hey, Veronica. Hello. Hope all is well. Haven't seen you in a minute. I don't know when he's gonna get out, but it would be quite interesting to see him on Love After Lockup, trying to juggle two girls in Phoenix and them not knowing each other. That would be interesting to see. Very interesting to see. So I would like to see if that's actually going to happen. So yeah, but at this point, he promises Kate he's going to break up with all of them. Yes, that's what he says. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in. But yes, he says he's going to break up with them. He promises, I promise I'm going to break up with them. You lying ass. You're not about to break up with them. And honestly, at this point, yeah, he already said, Kate said, no marriage in the beginning. Get yourself together. You got about a year to get yourself together. Honestly, again, I'm still a little lost as to why Kate, being the beautiful woman that she is, you know what I'm saying? Yes, she's in her late 30s, but she doesn't look like it. You know, Phoenix does have eligible bachelors. What is going on with you where you got to deal with him? I need a backstory on her ass too, because something's not adding up. It's really not. It's not adding up. He loves it in prison. I think he may also have a couple of boyfriends in there too. He is not. They're only 10 miles apart. They probably have crossed paths. Right. That part. And would never think. What's so crazy about that is, especially when it comes to men who are true players, a lot of the times they purposely get women who look total opposite of each other because the other woman wouldn't necessarily think that he would deal with a woman that looks like that or deal with a woman who does that. So yeah, if they've crossed paths, I'm sure Kate, if this is a true storyline, I'm sure Kate would look at Kaylee and be like, he wouldn't date her. And I'm sure Kaylee looks at Kate and be like, he wouldn't date her. And I feel like that's done on purpose because that's a way to kind of be able to still do what you need to do because no one would think that you would date the opposite person. He sure does. He sure does. He is the true definition of ludicrous in that song. He sure does. So he promised, I'm definitely gonna break up with him. We clearly know that's not gonna happen, okay? It's not gonna happen. So we'll see how this goes. I really low key though don't want them to find out about each other until like a Love After Lockup. Like I really would want that. Not now, but I have a feeling, yeah, they're probably going to find out about each other. At least one side is going to find out about the other before this season ends. Next, and lastly, child, I don't think I've ever been through these love during lockup or any love after lockup lives this fast. That just shows you how boring, in my opinion, this damn episode was. This is going to blow up in his face eventually. Oh, it will. It will. It's looking like another Sarah, Michael, and Megan situation. Hey, so Tia and Rob. Okay, I guess Troy is no longer. And yes, if you have to compare Troy and Rob, yes, Rob is way cuter than Troy, in my opinion. So yes, at first when you kept talking about Troy teeth, I said, "What the hell does Teeth see in damn Troy?" But I can see what you see in Rob. Rob is definitely cute. Okay, he is cute. But there's that big credit card fraud at the bottom that will always tell me hell to the no. All right. Tia got a damn daughter. She got a child. Unbelievable. Cute little girl, too, who's a dancer. Okay. She is a dancer. And she says that her child is first freaking priority. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what she's saying. However, I'm so confused because she seems to want this man to come to her house ASAP when she gets out. but then says to her sister she doesn't know about him moving in right away because of her daughter. I'm confused. I'm confused. Which one is it? Okay. So at this point, her sister is talking to her, and her sister is like, what's going on with this? And she's like, look, well, he's calling right now. Maybe you can ask him what the situation is as far as where he's moving to. Because from my understanding, he's moving in, you know what I'm saying, somewhere else, someplace in Brooklyn. And so at that point, the sister decides to talk to Rob for her, which I think is a punk ass situation. If you can't talk to your own man or your own woman, you don't need to be with them. So she's like, yeah, I'm just kind of confused where you gonna be staying at. So he breaks it down that he is subletting a room. His boy Real, I guess he's known for like 15 plus years or something like that. It's his woman, and he's gonna be subletting a room. And then T is like, well, from my understanding, she's going to be staying there with you. That's what my cousin and your sister told me. And he was like, well, she has access to a room. She gonna be in and out, just like Real's gonna be in and out, but they don't actually live there. She's like, that's not what I heard. I ain't hear that. I ain't hear that shit. So of course, at that point, she was just like, these are not giving me straight answers. Like what the hell is going on? And so at that point, he says in his confessional that he was like, she doesn't trust what I'm saying or whatever the case may be. I wouldn't trust you either, because it doesn't seem like your story is straight at all. But at the end of the day, because of her own insecurities and backstory and personal issues, I don't care how mad she gets, she ain't leaving him. So what's the point? She's not gonna leave him. So Tia also says, though, that she was with her child's father for 10 years, didn't she? She said she was with the child's father for 10 years. So my question is this the man that DV'd her? Is this the man that DV'd her? Because I'm confused. Was this the child's father, or was this a whole nother man? I need answers. But yes, Rob's timeline is all over the place, because when he spoke to the sister, he said it's just a month. It's just going to be a month. That's it. It's just going to be a month. Now, let him tell her he's subletting the room. Sublet means money is involved. Maybe he's going to be working, whatever the case may be, but this is what he's saying. All right. And he told the sister a month. So with that being said, the next time they talk, baby, they talking about the living situation, and she says, so how long do you plan on staying there? And he's like, about like, I don't know, 3 to 6 months or whatever. And she was like, hold up, 3 to 6 months. And she was like, you just said you needed enough time to get a place. And he was like, yeah, that would be like about 3 to 6 months or whatever. And so she was like, so how much time do you need to sit up there and stay with me? You need that much time to stay with me? And he was like, yeah. She was like, what do you think about that? She was like, I'm starting to get the piss the F off. Your story keeps changing. And I'm like, your story keeps changing because at one point you was making it seem like because of your daughter, you didn't know if you wanted this man to move so quickly into the house. But then at the same time, what the hell is your issue? Is your issue that he's staying with this woman, or that you want him to come stay with you? Because when you speaking to your sister, you were trying to make it seem like you was responsible mommy, and you didn't want him to necessarily move in too soon. So she flips out. She's like, your story keeps changing. She damn near want to hit the damn camera. At one point, the camera was up on her, and she was pretty much like damn near act like she wanted to hit it, and was like, get away from me, get away from me. And so at that point, she going off, and she was like, your story keep changing. I don't trust you, whatever the case may be. And he was like, I'm telling you, like, this is just what it is. Like, how you gonna be talking to your man like that? And she's like, man, F this, F that. And she's like, whatever. And he was like, stop having an effing attitude. Like, whatever. Like, stop being childish. And so at that point, she was like, if I find out he's lying to me, I'm going to beat his ass. I'm going to beat that ass. If he found out, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Next thing you know, she's still talking to him, and she says, since you like to play with bird bitches, you can be out here playing with the birds. I'm not that bitch. I'm not the one. She takes her phone, puts it in the damn dirt, lays it there in this dirt, this perfect looking dirt at that. It looked like someone had just did the gardening or whatever. Places it there and goes into the house. Y'all, that scene was corny as hell and it seemed like it was extra as hell. Who does that? Who says, since you like to play with bird bitches, I'm gonna leave you out here with the birds, and takes their expensive ass phone, puts it on the damn ground, and walks into the house? Someone who knows a camera is on them. That's what it sounds like. Someone who's trying to do some heavy producing. That's what it sounds like. What's so hard with you just hanging up the phone on him and going into your house? I was like, what the hell is going on here? Was it just me? Was it just me? Or was that just too damn extra of a scene that it just wasn't believable? Like, it just wasn't. It wasn't believable. Thank you, Miss T. Why throw your phone? Because he's staying with this, he is staying with this woman. Right. I thought the same thing about subletting too. I don't get these girls. What is the appeal? You can't do ish from behind bars. Subtle crazy. That's what I said. Subtle crazy. Have we actually, like, when you really think about the ones who are willing to be vulnerable, all of these women who have been on these shows, there's definitely a backstory to them as to why they would deal with these men. We're not talking about women who have been with these men for years. They end up getting caught up and they decide to hold their husbands down or their men's down while they're in. A lot of these girls met these guys while in prison. I think it's a control thing because, of course, they know exactly where that man is at all times. But, subtle crazy, and we definitely saw hints of that crazy in this episode, from Tia to freaking Jamaica to Savannah. Like, we saw it to pot roast. I'm gonna start calling her pot roast. They all cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. This episode should have been called Lies. Exactly. She's be wise. If she don't cuss, he'll be coming to me. Rob, and here's the thing. Yes, Rob timeline is all over the place. She can be frustrated, but the way that she was going off is just like, girl, you do need to heal from your own stuff. And if you heal from your own stuff, you will probably realize that cute face and body is just simply not enough. It's simply not enough. He like, I ain't playing. I'm not about to play her. Like, I'm real about this. I'm real about this. I'm just being honest and upfront. Rob, yeah, okay. I look, is he serious about her? Time will tell. My gut, hell no, he ain't serious about her. He's not. And the thing is, she is a beautiful girl. You know what I mean? She's a beautiful girl. Tia is that girl that, even without makeup, because she here either has no makeup on or really bare makeup on her face. She has little to no makeup on her face. If she does, maybe slight foundation, gloss. And then we see her in a confessional. She is full blown makeup. To me, she's pretty in both. Just the makeup enhances the beauty that she already has. She's not an ugly girl. But again, she's been through a lot. She's been through a DV situation. You know what I'm saying? Even as pretty as she is, there are insecurities when you are a bigger girl. There are insecurities when you're a bigger girl. I need more of a backstory. And I also want to know if her daughter's father is the one that was DVing her. Because then that means she was with that man for 10 years. And I'm sure he broke her down mentally before anything else. She isn't fooling anyone. Let me see. If your child was first priority, you would have never engaged an inmate. You better say that again. You better say that again. Let me see. In her Burlington, are you talking about Burlington Coat Factory? I would never break my phone or throw it for no one. I did she even really throw it or did she just kind of lay it in the dirt? I don't even think she really threw it, but I was just like, this seems to be overacting, bad acting at this point. Excuse my don't be trying to brag about your surf and turf. So look, to my okay, surfer turf. You see how Shayla be doing it? Yeah, I'm making some salmon and steak. Sometimes I'll say salmon to piss people off, salmon, but I'm making some salmon and steak. Pot roast. Yeah, I'm gonna start calling her pot roast. And he even said he wanted some of her personal pot roast. He was so nasty. Hunter is nasty. How much more of this horrible parenting will we see this season? The mothers on this season, yikes. The mothers on every season, yikes. Like my thing is, if you gonna go down this roller coaster of being, with a man in prison, do it on your own. I like if you're gonna do it, I respect the ones who don't. They not bringing no kids involved in a situation, and it's just them. I respect it 10 times over if you are going to do that. But when you get the kids involved, I always got to side out a situation. I made some lasagna and garlic bread from scratch. You made the actual bread from scratch, Yuli? Let me find out you done made the bread too from scratch, honey. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, y'all, she just walked in the house and claimed she was leaving the phone outside. Please, that phone production made sure they monitored that phone. They probably said and seen and cut and literally took the phone and handed it to her after she was done and walked into the house. I don't know if I necessarily believe that scene. It just seemed a little bit scripted, over the top. Yeah. I don't know. But what I do know is that Tia has a reason to kind of question the situation, but at the same time, you knew what you was getting into. And if you don't want him to stay with you, where the hell do you expect for him to stay? Now, what's interesting is that he's not staying with the sister. Why can't he stay with his sister and the sister's wife? I'm sure she would be comfortable in that situation because don't nobody in that house want peeing in the first place. So why can't he stay there? So it does make you wonder. It really does. Now, only thing I can think of is because he has a felony, he probably is way better off trying to find a job in the city versus in Bayshore. Bayshore is few far in between for probably, people who have a record. But in New York City, they have way more options for felons who get out of prison. So maybe that is the case. And he wants to stay close to the city so he can actually work and get a job. Maybe that's the case. Thank you for gagging and dragging with us right now. You could be anywhere else, but you're here. Aw, happy holidays. Y'all could be anywhere else, but you're here. That goes both ways. You could be anywhere else and you are here, honey, and I appreciate you all. I really do. I really do. The bread girl, I was so okay, Yuli. All right now. That's what I'm talking about. You made sure you and your baby girl ate good tonight, huh? That's what I'm talking about, child. Yum. My daughter and sister, my daughter and your sister. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, happy holidays. So yeah, that was the end of the episode, y'all. Wasn't really giving much. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it 100 with y'all, and it seemed like y'all also understand it wasn't really giving much either. It is not. It's not giving right now. It's not. And maybe love during lockup just can't give that much because again, we're dealing with inmates who are behind the prison walls. So there's only so much we can get. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless we get some who are actually getting out this actual season in Love During Lockup, you get more of the drama when they're actually out of prison. And maybe that's the case. But I mean, if you get enough of a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, freaking spouse or freaking girlfriend or boyfriend outside of the actual prison, you can still have an entertaining show. Now, we see a little bit of the subtle crazy when it comes to these girls who are out here right now. But at the same time, I need a little bit more. I really do. Because I literally kept saying, I am forcing myself to watch this to review it, and there was nothing to really enjoy. And that's a problem. But again, we're only on the second episode, so we'll have to see what this season brings. Yes. So with that being said, you guys, happy holidays. I will probably do a pre-recorded video because I have not done my Married to Medicine the last 2 episodes. Now those were some boring ass episodes too, fillers. So I'm probably gonna do a pre-recorded video, and then I will probably do a live for Married to Medicine for this new episode that's coming out on Monday. I believe there's a new episode coming out on Monday, and then after that, unless something crazy happens, I don't think y'all gonna see me on live for like definitely the holidays. Absolutely not. Like, I'm going to rest. I'm really gonna rest. Like, no work, no social media, just chill. Now, unless something crazy happens, which hopefully that's not the case, because even the courts at this point are gonna be shutting down because of the holidays. We'll have to come back during the weekend next week if some of the shows air next weekend. I don't even know if they will, but if they do, then I'll be on live. Other than that, after Married to Medicine, possibly on Monday, I'm going to enjoy myself. And I suggest you guys enjoy yourself too. Happy holidays. Spend time with your loved ones, family, friends, fur babies. Truly enjoy yourself. And for those, let me make this very clear. I know sometimes, especially when there's a loss of loved ones and things like that, the holidays can be rough. Know that I'm praying for you guys also. You are never alone. Love you guys. When I sincerely say that you definitely reflect on 2024 and how you can better yourself in 2025, and definitely manifest everything and pray for everything you want in 2025 and make sure it happens. Okay. So with that being said, you guys, you have a wonderful evening, a wonderful holiday, and I will see you on my next video. Toodles.